First, though, today breaking news. Chopper 5 giving you an exclusive live look over downtown West Palm Beach. Protesters are marching through downtown to honor a life taken at the hands of police.
And their message, Kelly, police tactics have to change and that officers who cross the line must be held accountable. All of this in the wake of George Floyd's death in Minneapolis.
News Channel 5's Ryan Hughes live now with more on their call for justice. Ryan?
Kelly and Shannon, good evening. Yes, this protest started off with a small crowd earlier this afternoon around 3 o'clock outside of City Hall. It has grown over the past 2 hours. Now probably about 100 demonstrators marching all across the city. Take a look behind me. They have now gathered here outside the Meyer Amphitheater. You see a small crowd there on the stage, lots of people holding signs, others listening to chants and speeches on the grass. Many people holding those signs saying justice for George Floyd, and that, as you mentioned at the top of the show, police tactics must change. Let's give you a live look from Chopper 5, an exclusive look high over the scene here. That crowd has been on the move, as we mentioned, all afternoon. Around 4 o'clock, they gathered near the convention center at one point, pausing and kneeling on the ground. They then also passed by the courthouse and the police department, kneeling there as well and saying that Black Lives Matter. We have seen these protests locally and the unrest all week long. We've seen them also all across the country after the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Many protests turning violent in many cities, but that is not the case of what we have seen here this afternoon. Let's show you also some video from the ground. Over the weekend, we did see some of those businesses damaged in downtown and at the Palm Beach outlets. Today, we did see Chief Frank Adderley out here on the scene walking amongst the protesters. He tells me that he supports these peaceful protests, but he does not support the violence. Take a listen to one demonstrator about why this crowd is out here this afternoon.
To us, all lives matter. Right now, we're just focused on the Black lives because that's the people that are getting killed every day by the police. We all here united as one.
And again, this is another live look at the Meyer Amphitheater where this crowd has now stopped. They have been moving and marching all across the city, passing the courthouse, City Hall, the police department, the convention center. Again, this protest has remained peaceful throughout the afternoon. You are also seeing a large police presence throughout the city. Several streets have been blocked off and shut down, and some officers have been walking and also patrolling with these protesters. Again, the police department and the chief saying they support these peaceful protests, but they will not stand for violence. We have not seen any of that this afternoon. We are also keeping our eyes on the skies because it appears that it could rain any moment. Not sure if that has any effect on the crowd. Not a large crowd of what we saw on Sunday night, only about 100 or so people out this afternoon. That could grow in size. We're just not sure. We will be out here walking you through it every step of the way. But for now, we are live in downtown West Palm Beach. Ryan Hughes, WPTV, News Channel 5.